I'm going to take you back to the basics in the law of color. And I do that only because it refreshes what the stylists and the students already know.
Right, because they learn it once, but then if they don't just glance back and remember the basics.
Right.
This is good.
And so the law of color, obviously, everybody remembers that complementary colors are opposite of each other. That if you have too much green in the hair, you need red to neutralize it because of the complementary colors. The interesting thing about the law of colors that a lot of people don't know is the three primary colors. You cannot make them. They come from the earth. They come from the minerals and stones and sand and flowers. So they cannot be made. They are made from the earth. And then, of course, when you start mixing your three primary colors of red, yellow, and blue, then you get your secondary colors and your third colors and so on. But the greatest thing that we know in the law of color is that all colors either have yellow in them, which makes them warm, or all colors have blue in them, which makes them cool. And so when the hairdresser finds out what the base of the color is, then he or she is able to control whatever color work they're doing. And that's why it's so important to go back to the law of color. This interesting slide that you're going to see, the 10 levels of color, you see this little piece I have here? These are the 10 levels of color. And in the United States, we talk about 1 to 10, this being 1 and this being 10. In Europe, there is another black on this end and a lighter color on this end.
Even lighter than that?
Lighter than that.
Wow.
In Switzerland. Mostly in your Switzerland countries.
And those are natural hair colors?
But the thing that is so important about the 10 levels of color is that when I speak to a colorist cross country, and she might call me on the hotline and say, I have a problem. And the first thing I ask is, what level is her virgin color? And what level is zone 2, and what level is zone 3, and what level is zone 1? So hairdressers can communicate by telephone. If you call the Clairol hotline or the Wella hotline or L'Oreal, that's the first thing they ask you is what the level of color is.
So know your lingo.
Yes.
Know your numbers.
The thing that we need to learn in hair coloring is we need to know what the underlying pigment of all these colors are. And the darker the color, the more red that it pulls. And when it pulls more red, then we have more work to do. And of course your lighter colors don't pull as much red.
What do you mean more work to do?
In other words, like when we start decolorizing the hair and we want to do a highlight such as mine, because I'm probably darker than you are naturally. And so it takes a lot of work to decolorize and remove the gold and the red pigment from the hair in order to make it this light. Light brings out and dark diminishes. And what happens is you can actually change someone's hair, the shape of their face, by using the light and dark in the right places. Like if they happen to be very narrow in the forehead, you can use a lot of light streaks and bring out that width. And the rule, even in makeup, like if your eyes are very deep set and you want to bring them out, a lot of light eyeshadow would bring your eyes out, and vice versa.
Light brings out.
Light brings out, right. If an artist paints a picture and he wants the trees and the canvas there to stay in the background, then he would use a lot of dark colors. But the minute he wanted that one little tree to come forth, he would use a little yellow ochre, a little white, and that tree would come right to the front of the canvas. So we do the same thing in the arts. We do the same thing with makeup and in hair coloring. So a rule of light and dark brings out. Same thing in wardrobe. If you happen to be a little on the hippie side, you wear dark browns, dark navy blues, dark plums, and then light colors on top. So that goes back to the rule of light and dark. This next one is called blue eyes. And blue eyes is about a 99% pure rule that you can never go wrong in. Anybody in this room that has green or blue eyes have an ash base to their virgin hair. And what I mean their virgin hair, I mean the hair right at the scalp, not the hair on the ends.
It's true.
But if you have brown eyes or dark brown or red, golden eyes, then you have a red base to your hair. And what that means is that as a stylist, I know that I'm going to have a lot of work to do because that person that has that dark brown eye is going to pull a lot of red. And the first thing that client says to me is, I don't want any red in my hair. Well, you're always going to have some warmth. Unless you decolorize it and then tone it down with an ash color then you can get rid of that red. But if they just want normal high lift highlights, then you have to be sure that you go back to the rule and back to the basics of the hair coloring and go to a cool color, which would be your blue or your violets, so that you don't pull quite as much red. And of course, the person with the green or blue eyes, they're really rarely any problem. They
can wear any color.
They can wear almost any color. So our next rule is the power of color. And in the power of color, one of the main things that we talk to our clients about is whether they're warm skin or cool skin. And
I am cool.
You are definitely cool. And color key 1 falls into 2.
I'm so cool.
You are cool. And color key 2
You're
is
cool.
gold.
You're cool?
Yes, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And you know, these are rules that you don't have to follow. You know, if you don't want to be cool, you can wear warm makeup. But I'm going to tell you that you feel better if you stay in your color range. And I find that you end up saving a lot of money because you buy the right things once you make that decision. And a lot of people tell me they have a hard time deciding whether or not someone is warm and cool. But what you need to do is you need to look for the blue and the coolness in the skin. Or if somebody's warm, you need to look for that gold. It's that warmth in the skin. And that brings us to what we call summer, winter, spring, and fall. And that's the seasons. There's a lady here in San Francisco that originated this probably, 20 or 30 years ago. And the whole idea was in the wintertime, there's no leaves on the trees, the ground has snow if you happen to live in the snow, and the trees have no leaves. So everything is cool and deep, and that's winter. Summer colors are soft, cool, peaceful, they're soothing, comfortable, and they have blue undertones. And all of your spring colors are warm, they're optimistic, they're bubbly, and they're refreshing, and they have yellow undertones. And autumn colors are warm, strong, and they're individual and they're strong, and they have yellow undertones. So that kind of gives you an idea of what power of color is all about. And that's why it's really important for a colorist to be able to have all these at her fingertips when clients ask, what color do you think I should wear?